Okay, we're recording. Welcome, everybody. It's Monday, new week, new goals. So let's go ahead and I want this call to be open. You can unmute or mute yourself at any time. But let's see, okay, the first thing we want to ask, is everybody comfortable with the inviting process? Are there questions?
All good here.
Good here. Okay.
We want to hear from you.
Yeah, Heidi and I talked before this call, and I just said I want to make sure that we're interactive, but we can certainly move forward because everyone is joining our calls in different stages of their business. So we certainly don't want to skip over anything. So we want you to raise your hand or let us know if you aren't comfortable with something, so we can help as a group. It doesn't just have to be Heidi and I, but as a group, help to guide you and coach you, and help you move forward. So do not hesitate to ask questions.
Thanks.
We're all good here.
So nobody has, you know what? Virtual high five. I hear a lot of background noise, so I'm going to mute everybody. Okay. Oh, hi, Donna. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so I'm not muted. That's good. And Ricky's not muted. That's great. So guys, you can mute and unmute yourself. You need to learn how to do that on this because this Zoom call, and again, welcome Elle, just to catch you guys up and bring you up to speed, Joe Lauber invited Elle, his friend, to participate on this call. And I love that. What a perfect way to bring somebody in and invite them to take a look at, we're talking about, is everybody comfortable taking a look, inviting people to take a look, but what a great way to invite someone to take a look at our team and our business through our Monday motivational calls. So, okay, and remember, unmute yourself. I want this to be really interactive, but I also don't want it to be crazy. Hi, I don't want it to be crazy staticky. So you
can unmute in the bottom left-hand corner in case you guys are wondering. If you're on the visual Zoom, and if you're on your phone, it's *6, I believe. Is that right, Heidi?
I believe so, yeah. *6 on your phone, and in the bottom right, there should, well, it depends on where you have it and what device you're using, but there should be like a little ... more. And if you do that, you can unmute. Okay, is everybody comfortable with adding and welcoming their new prospect to Real People, Real Results, our virtual store? Who's got questions on that?
One, okay.
Well, we've got a brilliant team here. Okay, just to review here, make sure, because this is something, a mistake that I've made, just as an oversight. So I just want to remind everybody that prior to welcoming somebody into Real People, Real Results, you got to add them. And you see that box under Search This Group, under the banner, there's the box that says Add Members. You're going to go ahead and add their name. You need to be Facebook friends with the person you're inviting to this group, this Facebook group, Real People, Real Results, our virtual store. And when you're friends with them, when you start adding their name, their picture and name will auto-populate. You click on it and add them. Any questions on that? Great. Okay, I've broken this down, and we can kind of, like Ricky said, everybody's sort of in a different stage in their business. I know a few of us, hi Jackie, a few of us just came home from Marco Island, just got back for our Top Achievers trip. down in Marco Island, and we went over a lot of this very, very thoroughly. Does everybody understand garnering third-party validation from our welcome names only chat group? Is everybody clear on that? Everybody understand that? Don't be shy. Okay, so basically, and Al, we can add you into this, but this is another thing I think when someone's interested in looking at the business, I don't think it's a bad idea if they say, hey, I'm really doing my due diligence, to add them into our two team chat groups. All of you should be in both the Idea Exchange and the Welcome Names Only private message chat groups. Is everybody clear on what those two groups are all about? Any questions on that?
No questions. And Heidi, I will let you and the team know, I will invite Elle into these later today or tomorrow, and I'll ask everybody to do what we do and post to Real People, Real Results, and welcome her to the group.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
I love that. Okay. So the other thing Ricky and I were talking about as we were kind of briefing before the call is we were talking about, you know, how July is notoriously our slowest month in this business. You know, people are more interested in, they're thinking about barbecue, not cleansing. It's just the way it is. And you know, it's summer and kids are home. And when people aren't involved with kind of a schedule and a routine, they get off course. So make sure, don't stop, make sure, and Ricky put it so well. She said, you know, we want to, you know, plant lots of seeds right now for the harvest that will take place in September, October, November. So make sure, you know, this company's exploding. We're going to do $1 billion this year. That's what's projected, $1 billion. So if you don't tell someone that you're involved with this and you're excited about it, somebody else is going to. So
Hey, Heidi,
yeah.
I just want to speak to that really quickly, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
I hosted, the St. Louis Magazine hosted a big, huge event this weekend, and it was fabulous. And the first person that came to my table was like, oh my gosh, I love Isagenix. I won this challenge in this group from a friend of mine who lives in Chicago, and she showed me her before and after, and she had won, I think, $100 for, you know, winning the 30-day. She lost 10 pounds. But my whole point is, I bet, a dozen people came to the table and were using the product, and they would say who introduced them, and I had no idea who it was. So, you know, it's definitely, the word is getting out. I love that people, you know, say to me, are you still doing that? Are you still involved? Because most people think it's just, you know, it's a short-term fix or it's a short-term commitment. And I was so excited and honored and proud to say, hey, yes, this is what I'm doing. And then a couple of the girls were even talking to people that were at my booth about how wonderful it was. And so it was just really refreshing, the whole one team philosophy. And none of those who came to my table, at least they didn't communicate to me that they were engaged in the business in any which way. They were just having an incredible product experience, and we're so excited to share it with people. So that was really eye-opening even for me, because that's never happened before. When I've been working at a more of a public event, that people are coming up saying, oh, I've heard of this, or oh my gosh, I've already using it. And anyway, it was exciting.
Thank you for sharing that. I love that. So it happens so organically. And the other thing Ricky and I talked about is, and you know, we all know this, but we all start at the top of our own organization. We're the CEO of our own business with this. And we're in business for ourselves, but never by ourselves. So Ricky, do you have anything to add to that? I think that's such an important thing to remind everyone.
Well, it's come up a couple of times in training and talking to new people that are engaging in the business. And, Heidi and I, as you guys, may or may not know, but Heidi and I started, because we were intrigued by the products, but we also, had heard Lynn Hagedorn, who, I think we're all familiar with Lynn and her story, but Lynn had left a company that we were not financially linked to Lynn in our other company, but we were well aware of her success. So when Heidi and I came into Isagenix, Heidi came in and jumped on a plane and went to Arizona and did her due diligence, but we both started at the top of our own organization. And, I think people in their mind think, oh, they're on Lynn's team or they're on Lisa's team. And they, those people have helped them build. And they have helped us build from a leadership standpoint and providing incredible resources, incredible training. But Heidi and I have started at the top of our own organization, just like all of us here today. So I never want, and I remember Peta Kelly, God love her. If you don't know Peta, she actually just got married this weekend to Eric Coover, which is exciting. And Eric's the son of our founders. But Peta said in the very beginning, she didn't know anything. She just knew she loved these products and just started sharing. And it was almost more beneficial for her to not be on such a strong leg or people building with her, for her, because we all start the same way. And, I can tell you, Heidi and I have both built our businesses pretty much from the ground floor up. We weren't handed anything. We brought and introduced people into our business and helped support them. But it's not really about who is above you. It's the team that you're building. So I just want to really reiterate that, because I think people get misconstrued and get different ideas in their head. And this is, 4.5 years in, this is nothing to build the business that has provided the residual income that we're both experiencing. So this weekend, again, I was at this event and I was next to Orange Theory. And I was talking with Nick Allring, and, people can't even get an Orange Theory franchise right now. It's $800,000 to just get started with an Orange Theory franchise. And when Nick started, I think it was about $250,000, $300,000. And I said to Nick, I was telling him, I'm like, that's the beauty of our business. There's no risk. There is no risk. And there's no doubt in my mind it's going to take Nick 5 years probably to even break even. And that's just normal for any business. So I'm going to have to mute for a second because my kids are leaving. Hang on, Sydney. So God loved doing this business in the nooks and crannies of our life and our crazy summer schedule. But I'm so dedicated to helping you guys. And I just want everyone to understand what it takes to really build a business that we have the ability to do.
Ricky, thank you. And I'm so glad Ricky brought that up, because it really is true. We all have to build our own businesses. We all have to build our own businesses. And so it doesn't matter where you are, or, don't even think about where you're placed. It will hurt you, not help you. And we all have to have 5 consultants or probably more, on each of our legs. And until you have 5 strong consultants on your right leg and 5 consultants that are strong on your left leg, please don't talk about placement and where you're placed. Please don't even bring it up until you're a secure executive, because you have no business. I hate to be, I'm just going to tell you how I feel about it. Until you have a strong executive position, you have not earned your stripes to be saying, I'm not placed in a good position or whatever. You just have not. Think about what you can give. If you can have that mindset, what can I give to my team?
And the other thing too with this weekend with, I don't know if you all saw any of the pictures, but there was a young woman, her name is Corey Younger. And she came into my organization from a friend, and her mom saw on Facebook a high school friend that she hasn't seen in 20 years who posted a before and after. And Corey just happened to mention to my girlfriend that she was going to do this nutritional cleanse. And my girlfriend was like, wait a minute. I've been using these products for 3 years. Like, let me talk to you about this. So Corey shows up at this event. I invited her to come and learn. And let me tell you something, she taught me. She's pre-med. She's having incredible results with these products. And she's sharing with people, and she doesn't know everything. We don't have to know everything. It's the energy, it's the experience. And she's like, well, people, and she might even be on this call. I don't know. I can't see the whole lineup, but it's about knowing and believing in the products and what they can do for others. And Lisa DeMeo, I will never forget her coming up to me in my face, as only Lisa can, with her finger pointed at my nose, saying, stop being stingy. Don't be stingy and keep this to yourself. This is something that it's not your decision to decide if other people want this. You tell them about it, and then it's their decision. And the people and the droves of people, I have so many people that I have friended and waiting for accepting their friends so I can add them to our group. The droves of people that were at my table asking and searching and looking for a solution, and all the solutions that we have was so eye-opening. So it's not about us, it's about them. And it's about offering it to them and then letting them decide, hey, this may or may not be for me. And one other quick thing is I've been posting, and I've been trying to post at least twice a day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day in our Real People, Real Results page. And I made a post last week, and a friend of mine called me this weekend and said, okay, that post, the lady with the white hair, short white hair? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, I could relate to that. I want to do this. I'm ready. Now, she's been in this group for a year. So you never know what is going to draw someone's attention and what's going to grab them and when they're ready. But the most important thing is that you introduce them. You invite them to take a look at what this is. So don't be stingy. I think I've gotten off track. But that Corey Younger was so eye-opening to me, because it was like her mom was like, well, I haven't seen this lady in 20 years. And I'm like, well, I don't want to take her from someone else. But she's like, no, she wants to do it with Sue. She wants a partner. She wants accountability. And so I just encourage all of you guys, don't be stingy and don't get caught up in the outcome. So for what it's worth, Heidi, go ahead. I'm sorry. I think I sidebarred.
No, I think that's probably what Ricky just said, you guys, is maybe the most important thing of all. And that's to remain detached, know and trust and have faith that if you follow the system, it works. And if you follow the system, the byproduct, and you lead with passion for the products, the byproduct is you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to also change your financial future, and you're going to change the financial future of other people. And I love, Ricky, that you mentioned that it cost $800,000 to start an Orange Theory franchise. Here's the thing, guys. We know that nutrition's 80% and fitness is 20% of our health results. And we get to offer the 80%. That's pretty exciting. And we've got the Orange Theory of nutrition. We've got the best nutrition on the planet. So the other thing that I want to talk about is...
Joe, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I'd like to dovetail on that, Ricky. And Heidi, you know this from the trainer, the gentleman we had on the phone, on the TV, on the video call when we were down in Marco, who very simply said, and I couldn't agree more, it's not that we're doing something to people, it's that we're doing something for people. And what we're doing is providing them with an opportunity to make their own decision for their health and their wealth. And that's sharing the gift. And it's certainly not doing anything to them, it's doing it for them. And if we can, again, Ricky, you said it, and we need to say it again and again and again, if we can divorce ourselves from the result and recognize that we're in a position to present this opportunity, then all we're doing is good.
I love that. Okay, guys, I'm going to kind of backtrack I'm going to go to the isadreamteam.com. You guys, this is the, T-H-E, isadreamteam.com. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just to let you know, brand new people often have a hard time finding it because they do isadreamteam.com, and we've got to remind people it's T-H-E, isadreamteam.com. So guys, this is really the three categories of where we're working our business. We're working our business in three categories. We're prospecting with the intent of converting prospects who are browsing around in our Real People, Real Results virtual store to associates/product users, people who open their own wholesale account. And then we're working with new product users in an effort to maximize their product experience. And whether they're wanting to build a business or not, everybody who's an associate, we want to help them maximize their product experience. And then last but not least, for those people who want to join us on this journey towards financial freedom, we are working with people who say, hey, I want to free people from physical and financial pain. I want to join your team. And this is where we start them. And I was on, I don't know if Jordan's on, but we had a really great conversation with a brand new business builder that she's brought on, somebody who wants to work the business. And we simply walked her through this sheet on the first call. When someone says, hey, yeah, I'm a 3. And for those of you who don't know what a 3 is I'm interested or at least intrigued in building a business with Isagenix. So we take them here, and this is your job as somebody who sponsors someone who says they're interested in building a business. Sponsor, the Latin root of sponsor, responsibility. So I sponsor Ricky. She's my brand new business partner. I put Ricky Tischler in there, and I want to make darn sure that she's plugged in, that she's subscribed to our team email newsletter, that she's subscribed to our text reminders, that she's added and welcomed to our success Facebook page, our business page, that she's added to the Facebook chat groups that Joe's going to be adding Elle to today, our welcome names only and idea exchange. And then we go on. So this is how easy this is. And we actually had Jordan's prospect pull this up, click on the first thing, and she done. I'm like, okay. And so what did Jordan do? She wrote the date here that Angie is the name of the new business partner, that Angie subscribe to the newsletter. Do you want to subscribe to our reminder text? Then fill this out. And Jordan said, okay, let me know when you've done that. Done. She put the name in she put the date in that Angie subscribed to the text reminder. Okay, now Angie, I'm going to explain and welcome you to our success Facebook page. You'll get a notification. That's our business coaching page. That's where you ask questions and you celebrate rank advancements, etc. So anyway, this is step by step. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it's all here. It's all here. And if you have questions, and when you have questions, guess what? We are here as a team, and we have a kick-ass team to support you, and the leadership will support you in answering any and all questions that you have as you're going through this process yes.
One thing back at that, first of all, thank you. This is brilliant. And guys, this is the first time I'm saying it because Heidi's been working on it. For those of you who are fairly new, you have no idea, or maybe you do have an idea, but Heidi has like spent countless hours behind the scenes working on all of this, simplifying a system. When Heidi and I started, we didn't even have hardly, we weren't even engaged in Facebook. But the success, the business coaching tracking sheet, one of the things further down was reaching out to your board of directors.
Yes.
And yeah, here we go. I was just kind of scooting ahead. So I saw that. And I just want to make it perfectly clear, guys. You know, we're all doing, you know, reaching out on Facebook and reaching out to friends on Facebook. But in the beginning, you know, in the old days, before we had this Facebook system, you know, it's like, okay, if I'm building a business, who do I want on my board of directors? Who would I look to? Who gets it done? Who am I at, you know, already in an organization with that is a doer, that can multitask, that's busy? You know, we all know if you want something done, give it to a busy person. So you're looking for your board of directors. They don't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be starting in the A's in your Facebook groups.
No.
You can just be, you know, I love the old fashioned piece of paper, which I'm sure this has, you know, when it has print out the executive map, there's a little memory jogger. It might not be on this, but there's a memory jogger, and it's like
Board of directors right here.
Your board of directors, who's, you know, your hairstylist, who do you use for your insurance agency? You know, I've been really reaching out and saying, listen, you are a go-getter. You are someone that I would love to have on my team. But if this isn't for you, if you have 15 minutes, I just want to share what it is, because I know you know other people like you. And I know you know, run in circles that I don't know these women who, because this is a younger group that I'm targeting, looking for women who, you know, either are stay-at-home moms and want to add an additional stream of income, or maybe want to be at home with their kids. That's just really where I'm targeting right now, because I'm finding there's a lot of desire out there for that. So, you know, find your niche, and it broadens. It doesn't have to be. Everyone's different. But that board of directors should not be that complicated. You're looking for, I'd say, start with 50 people. 50 people, but of that 50, you're going to have a top 10, a top 20 that you can reach out to and say, hey, are you open to taking a look? It can be even a voice text. You know, it can be old-fashioned, pick up the phone and call them. I love the Facebook system, don't get me wrong, but when you can talk to them, if you do use the Facebook system, be sure to follow up, and be sure to follow up, you know, I thought of you because people call me all the time. I just was on the phone. In fact, when I was in Aspen, I was on the phone with a guy for an hour, a new network marketing company, skincare, whatever. People call me all the time. I thought of you because. I'm honored. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. I'm honored that you thought of me. No one's going to be like, you thought of me, really? Because you're looking for a hardworking, dedicated, you know, leader. I mean, who's going to be upset by that? So just, you know, look at your own circles of people that get it done. Because even if this isn't for them, I promise you, they'll know people. So, and they'll know you're committed. So when they hear about Isagenix, or when they're in the page and you do a post that they can relate to, they're like, dang, you know what? Maybe I should take a better look at this. So that's my little 2 cents.
Ricky, I want to thank you so much for bringing us back to what I believe is the most powerful way to build your business strong. And I'm going to be uploading some tweaked verbiage of our original verbiage to reaching out to your board of directors, and it will be on this easy sheet. You know, it's paint by number. But this Crystal Executive Plan, as Ricky said, you know, start with your top 10, you know, start with 50, but who are the top 10 people? Write them in pencil. And, you know, really reaching out to them. And I'm going to use Ricky as an example because, of course, she was number 1 on my board of directors. And, you know, the verbiage needs to come from your heart, not your head. You know, so we'll have a script. You'll have a script to follow with some salient points you wanna mention when reaching out and inviting them to take a look, but you're inviting them in a very proactive, strong way to take a look. Not just like, hey, can I add you give me a thumbs up if you want to be added to the Facebook page. Love that. Anyone can do it. It's great, but you know what? Who do you want sitting at your board of directors if you're going to build an international multi-million-dollar business? I can't emphasize this enough. You're looking for a few key people, and it doesn't take many. So write these people in pencil. As Ricky mentioned, who are the people that you know in your life that are driven, entrepreneurial, health-minded, want to help other people that want to help other people.
Yep.
So here's how I would reach out to Ricky. Ricky, hey girl, how you doing? Listen, I'm calling you for a specific reason. And I know this sounds a little scripted because I think it's kind of cheesy to to role play on a venue like this, but I just want you to hear the salient points. I found a product, a nutritional technology, Ricky, that I believe everyone can benefit from. Okay, so Ricky's thinking, oh, nutritional technology. I know Ricky's into nutrition. So you've almost already sold her on the products, right? Because it all starts with the products. I believe everyone can benefit from this nutritional technology. But Ricky, I'll tell you what, I've been on these products, just for a week or two, and I've never felt better. And I've done my due diligence now on the company and the compensation plan behind it. And I'm looking for a few key people to join me because I'm going to build a business, with this company as my vehicle for helping people physically and financially transform their lives. Ricky, I thought of you. Now, this is where it comes from the heart. Ricky, I thought of you immediately. You're on my, short list. I thought of you immediately because I love you. You'd be my favorite person to work with. It'd be a dream come true. Everybody loves you. You've got a great network. I just think this is just custom made for you. So listen, Ricky, this may or may not be something that resonates with you like it has me, but would you be open to hearing about what I've become so passionate about? And would you be open? I'm just learning. I basically am just getting into this, but I've partnered with somebody who's earning six figures or more, whoever you want to use. Use somebody who's earning six. Use Ricky. Use me. Use somebody. Use Lynn. Lynn, Lisa, Ricky, and I are available 24/7. We will find someone. One of us will do a call with your board of directors.
Warren Lance, too.
Warren Lance.
Warren Lance, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for a few key people. I thought of you. Everyone can benefit from the products. These are a few of the salient points. I thought of you because from the heart, not the head. I'm just learning and I'm being mentored by someone who's just knocking it out of the park with this. I'm so fortunate. Would you be open to setting up a 20-minute, 30-minute call where you can learn about what I'm so excited about? It may or may not be a fit for you. Take it away. You don't want to feel like you're pressuring them. And I certainly, Ricky, want you to feel comfortable saying no. I want you to feel, will you feel comfortable, Ricky, saying no to me if it's not a fit?
Oh yeah, for sure. And one other thing that what I would love of listening and if this was my first time, it would be okay. Like if you said to me, listen, we have this group of over 40,000 people on Facebook that has, hundreds of testimonials, and it will also allow you at your convenience to take a look at what this is and what this isn't. Is it okay if I add you to this group before we get together? Or, if you have 20 minutes now, I can tell you more about it, and then I'll add you to this group. Because that to me is huge.
Huge.
I don't want to get away from how important the Facebook group is. It's huge. The social evidence is there. And that is what we haven't had in the past. So if in the beginning, back in the day, the olden days, if I hadn't seen Kathy Coover in O'Fallon, Missouri, Kathy Coover, guys, like Kathy Coover, who speaks in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. She was at the Marriott Courtyard talking to a room of 30. Okay. And I still was skeptical. I was still skeptical hearing from Kathy Coover, right, Heidi?
Yes, you were.
And so if someone could have put me in that page to see that, I would have, it just would have brought a lot more evidence to me. We got Lynn on the phone. Lynn said, use this, whatever. I believed her. I trusted her. But Heidi said basically that exact thing. Ricky, will you please just take a look? Now, guys, there's no convenient time. It was a Thursday afternoon at 3:00. And this was 4 years ago. I have 3 children. 3:00 is the absolute worst time of the day. Okay? When someone wants this or is open to it, they make it happen. And I'm not saying, oh, if you can't do, but I'm just saying, like, I hear excuse. Is it an excuse or is it a reason? Now, I could have said, oh, I have to pick up my kids. Guess what? I did. I had to pick up my kids. I got on the phone. I reached out to some friends, asked a few favors, and I was there. And so I'm not saying I'm this great person. I'm just saying, if people want to know about this enough, they're going to do it. They're going to look at it. And when you come through with the belief and the conviction in your voice, which Heidi did, and I was very, very skeptical, but I trusted Heidi. And I was like, well, I'm a fool to not look at this. If Lynn Hagedorn left $40,000 a month on the table to come to a company, I for sure want to try the products. I want nothing to do with the business, but I want to try the products. So the social evidence that we now have with this Facebook group is a huge resource. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't put people in there. It's just added, but to hear that voice for your board of directors, to hear the voice is human. It's human nature. If Heidi had messaged me on Facebook, first of all, I didn't even think I had Facebook at the time, but I would have been like, my God, Heidi, it's Ricky. Why wouldn't you call me? Why wouldn't you pick up the phone and call me? So don't make this awkward. Don't make this weird. It's real. This is a real opportunity, and I promise you, people are waiting. And most of the people on this call today, neither Heidi or I knew when we started this business. So just know that that's okay. That's normal. That's called normal. But we also didn't have the team that we have now to reach out to with the social evidence. So take advantage of that. Get on the phone, reach out, invite them to take a look. And as far as, our upcoming event in July at the Silver Lining, I'll post that information too. So, invite them to come there, but let them hear your voice. Okay, I'm done ranting.
No, Ricky, thank you so
I feel
much.
like Ben Affleck.
And there's a couple things I want to know. That was just perfect. And there's a couple things about this. Number one, I would like to have Adam Packard do a leadership bonus, the pools, leadership pools training on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Second of all, when we're training a new person, when Jordan and I were talking the other day to her new gal, Angie, I said to Angie, you know what? I'm going to ask you to do the very hardest thing you'll ever have to do in this business first. This is the hardest thing you're ever going to have to do in this business is reach out to your board of directors, which is probably your chicken list. I want you to reach out to them first. But the only thing you need to do is invite them to take a look and to set up a call with them and me, or your mentor, one of your mentors. And, think about Ricky. I loved how Rita Martin recently, or maybe it was yesterday or the day before, brought Ricky into a situation with a gal who owns a pharmacy. I mean, what better person to bring in than Ricky, who is a retired pharmaceutical rep. You know, so think of in our leadership, the leadership that we have, we need to get to know each other, as Laura Ramsey says, and, you know, I'll repeat this for years on. We have amazing tools. Isagenix provides the best resources and tools of any company I've ever seen, but the best tool and resource is each other. And we need to be contacting and calling the people that we really want to work with, the people that will, you know, want to sprint to the top with us first. And then we said, and then, okay, so Ricky agrees to, yeah, absolutely. She says, Heidi, absolutely, I'm willing to take a look. Okay, great, Ricky. This is what I'll do. I'm going to create a 3-way text with you and Lynn Hagedorn, and we're going to coordinate a time in the next few days. In the meantime, I'd love to add you to our Real People, Real Results Facebook group where you can poke around and take a look at what we're all about. Do you love that? I mean, we have it's just everything's come together. And it really almost, I was talking to Joe Lauber, and I know this call's going over time, but I think everyone needs to listen to this call. I'm so glad I'm recording it. Everyone needs to listen to this call and review this, because this is the proactive way to build a multi-million-dollar business. You know, I love the Facebook thing, but it's a crutch, you know, in a way. It's a crutch. You know, be the person that is, people want to follow someone who knows where they're going. You want to have the posture of, I'm going to the top of this company, nothing's going to stop me. I'm looking for people who want to do the same. You know, I mean, I love the Facebook thing, and that is awesome, but and people can organically kind of get there, but it's definitely not as powerful as this. So any questions? That's really all I have to say today, but and I'll be uploading some verbiage, and, you know, Ricky, I think it might, let me know, Rick, guys, everybody on the call, would it be helpful if Ricky and I did like a live call, kind of, you know, role playing this verbiage on how to invite your board of directors to get on a call?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Absolutely, Heidi.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we can do that for
Sounds
sure.
awesome.
We can do that for sure. And the other thing, I just want, and Heidi, I know you mentioned it, but I really want to reiterate, this is not instead of the Facebook.
No.
Does everyone get that? Everyone on board with that? And I encourage everyone to be adding content to that Facebook page, because with the algorithms of Facebook, it brings your clients and the individuals you've invited to take a look back into that page. And I'm seeing it, and Heidi, God love her, keeps saying it happens. It's going to happen. And I'm seeing it now as I've been consistently adding content, and I'm certainly trying to comment as much as I can, on posts. But I've been adding content. And my girlfriend, people are saying, oh yeah, I saw that. Now they might not be commenting, they might not like it, but they are noticing, because I'll run into someone, and I ran into this adorable friend, and she's actually part of Abby. She was brought in through another client, but she said to me, oh yeah, don't you cleanse on Mondays? And I was like, how do you know that? And then I realized, because I see it on your Facebook, and they're like, oh my gosh, is your husband so excited the pina colada's back? I'm like, well, yeah, because I bought like 15 of them. So people notice, whether they are telling you they notice or not. I promise you they're taking notes. So game on, guys. We're here to answer questions. Don't hesitate. If you message me or text me or whatever, don't hesitate. I promise. And don't hesitate to do it again if I don't get right back to you. I'm juggling. We're all juggling a lot.
Right.
And 3 kids of mine have thrown me for a little bit of a loop in my summer routine. But I am here, and I am so ready to take everyone to the top that wants to be there.
Yes. And I'm just going to conclude by saying, guys, thank you for plugging into these Monday motivation calls. I'm so motivated. You all inspire me. to be better. And, you know, I had a nightmare last night. This is hysterical. I had a nightmare last night that I was going through security and I had a pina colada canister and they took it. So anyway, what a riot. Those pina colada shakes are so good. Oh my God. And then the last but not least thing I want to say is I will have that verbiage up. Ricky and I will coordinate that a recording where you can actually hear us inviting the board of directors. But as Ricky said, it would have been bizarre. I've signed up 3 president's packs in the last 2 weeks. It would have been, for each and every one of those president's packs, it would have been bizarre for me to invite any of those people, for them to have been part of my board of directors. I mean, one of them was a high school friend that I haven't seen in 20 years. You know, and it would have been bizarre. Hey, I thought of you. They'd be like, what? You know, so I thought of you because, so anyway, guys, let's make it the best week ever. And this year is going to be unbelievable. Get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Heidi.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Heidi. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Ricky and Heidi.
Bye, guys.
Oh, there's a little Carmeline for you.
Hi, Carla. Hi, Carmeline.
Hey,